Hi friends, welcome to LifeStream Live with Angie. Today we are here with Laura Bray, who is the volunteer administrator at LifeStream Services, and we are going to be talking about the volunteer program. Also, the month of April is National Volunteer Month. So Laura, thank you very much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. But let's talk about the volunteer program, and let's start off though with the history about it.
Well, thank you very much for having me here today.
Sure.
The Angel Works volunteer program has been around for over 20 years. It started out with volunteerism in the very important PAL program, which were pen pals or visitors to go in and see isolated seniors. Angel Wish, which has been around, the records of it is tremendous. Yard work, minor home repair, in-home visits, meal prep, and more. And that is how Angel Works began over 20 years ago.
That's amazing. That's great. Yeah. So I know though that, LifeStream Services covers 12 counties. Do we provide volunteerism in all 12 counties that we serve?
Absolutely. There is something going on in all 12 counties for everyone, whether that be meal service, distributing food, friendly color, whatever there is that we have going on in volunteer program, it's going on all over our service area.
Sure. So let's talk a little bit more in depth though about, volunteering and what the opportunities are. Let's say though, if an individual would want to contact you and they're ready to get started for volunteerism, how do they go ahead and get started though first?
The very beginning steps is let's just have a conversation. Let's talk about what you're interested in, where your passion lies, maybe where your skill set is, or what you've done in the past and what you see yourself doing in the future. And then once we find the program that you're interested in, we will ask you to complete a volunteer application. With the volunteer application, we do some background checks with that. So typically there's a little bit of 2 to 3 day turnaround, and then we can get most of our volunteers up and started right away. We have programs like Friendly Color. I just mentioned it a little bit ago. Friendly Color, it came around during the pandemic, and we were fighting isolation. Our seniors were fighting the isolation, and Friendly Color came at the perfect time to break that isolation for so many different people. So we match volunteers with the individual that they're calling based on interest. Maybe the person we're calling was a golfer, and the Friendly Caller that's calling them as a golfer, it gives them a great conversation piece. So we look at those things to make sure that there's comfortable conversation, there's things to talk about, and the commitment with Friendly Caller is only 15 minutes a week. Now, sometimes the conversations last longer than that because we're finding that we're building friendships here. We've got calls that's going on for an hour, but on average, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a week is about the length of most of the phone calls. And some of the feedback I'm getting on that program is tremendous. It is the one that most volunteers are signing up for currently is the Friendly Caller program.
That's great. And that's one of the things, though, that, is, because we kicked that off and everything about a year ago and didn't know how well it was going to be perceived. But it has. I mean, it just flourished and grew tremendously. But it is a very rewarding program because, again, it is help preventing isolation for individuals. It's rewarding for the volunteers because, they're getting to do that good deed and, speak with individuals and carry a connection with some of the clients, though, that are out in our community. And as you mentioned, though, just, spending 15 minutes at a minimum, with that individual can make a tremendous amount of impact on, the clients that we serve. So it's definitely a rewarding program.
It definitely is. It very much is. Some of
Great.
the other things that we really have going on right now is our senior safety nets and our gleaner food distributions.
Yeah.
So depending on which county we're in and where the safety net or the gleaners distribution is located is depending on what we call it here at LifeStream Services. But we have volunteers at our senior safety nets all over the northern 7 counties that we serve. And we're always looking for more volunteers to help us at that once a month food distribution, whether that's helping us pass out the meals, maybe keeping the cars in line and helping the transition through the line a little bit smoother. So there's always opportunities in that one. And then down in Wayne County area, we have the Gleaners food distribution. And we've been there this week, and it was a tremendous program. And we're really looking for some volunteers to join us once a month down at the Gleaners food distribution, doing the same types of things, help us get the products in bags ready for some predetermined volunteers to get those out into the clients or the individual's hands that need those. So some
Sure.
great opportunity there.
And those types of foods though are as a supplemental though for individuals, correct?
Yes, they are a supplemental. So especially in Wayne County, those individuals there are receiving our homebound meals, and we are just providing the supplemental items. It might be cereal for breakfast, or maybe a Cliff Bar or a nutrition bar, things like that, just to supplement what they're already receiving.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
But definitely another great program. And again, this year is a newer one though that has, been kicked off within the last year as well, and is growing, I believe. But yeah, and the volunteer options though for that, as far as commitment time is minimal. It can be a few to as many hours as what the volunteer is interested in doing.
absolutely. You can help us unload the truck, which takes roughly 15 minutes. You can help us set up the products so we can go through and we can get that bagged, or you can help us bag. We're learning right now, but we're looking at about an 1.5 to 2 hour bagging process to go through all of those bags. And if you wish, you can do all 3.
There you go. Yeah.
So it's just a fun morning, and we do it in the morning, and it's becoming a very well-oiled machine.
Sure.
So
Exactly.
we're really eager to get more volunteers involved in those programs.
Oh yeah. Well, and the rewards of that, is getting to meet other volunteers, being out in the community, giving back, knowing though that you're, again, providing for clients so that LifeStream serve, but, and again, you're outdoors at, if you're unloading and everything, but it's just, it's a great time. So great start for an individual that's wanting to, step into the water, basically, to see what volunteerism is like.
Very well said.
Yeah. So,
yes.
So what other options or opportunities would a volunteer have with the program?
I'm going to talk about one that's maybe not as well known as some of the other things that we do. And with the pandemic, it's really been put on hold. And that's our Safety Solutions program.
Yeah.
A lot of times, in order for our senior population to stay at home, they just need a little bit of added security. And in our Safety Solutions program, we are looking for skilled individuals that wouldn't mind going out and taking a few moments to securely put up a grab bar, maybe in a restroom, in a shower. Sometimes it's tightening up a handrail that's coming from the front door down a couple of steps because it's worked loose over time. Putting non-slip treads on a wheelchair ramp that is slick in the winter or slick in the weather, whether that be rain. So a little bit more of that handy person type of volunteerism. None of these applications take more than typically about an hour once we get the product in there and locate the studs if it's an install. So it's one of the lesser known opportunities that I have, but it just shows there's truly volunteerism for everyone out there of
Sure.
all skill levels and all interest. So,
Exactly. Yeah. And the goal of this program, though, is, to definitely help the individuals remain independently in their
mhm,
home, and to assure their safety, and a volunteer, though, it doesn't matter, though, if they're a retired individual or if they're still currently working. This is something, though, that they could do on the side as well.
absolutely, absolutely. And that's where a lot of our volunteers are coming from.
Mhm.
Somebody who is currently working, maybe a contractor, a handyman, a handy lady out there doing these types of
Yeah,
things. We have a lot of different people that help us with this program and do all types of modifications under um, under the guidelines of the program, just to keep those seniors safe against
sure,
falls.
sure.
Sometimes in that program, it's just getting a hedge out of the way. It's overgrown the sidewalk and there's not an easy walking path to the house or to their car. So sometimes it's something really simple like that and just cleaning up the walking way so they don't have that trip hazard in front of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Another great project,
another
another
great
great
project.
opportunity. Yeah,
So,
exactly. So what other options, opportunities would an individual have for LifeStream?
well, I'm just going to touch base on a lot of different things. And if
Yeah.
anybody's interested in hearing more about these, please reach out to me. We do have our curbside meal distributions. That's a weekly meal distribution at what was our cafe sites and will be again soon. Homebound meal delivery, and that's in some of our counties down in the southern part of our service area. If you enjoy wellness and you would like to help in the wellness program, there's a lot of opportunities with wellness and education.
Mhm.
Um, Currently, we're working with our caregiver programs, and we have received some beautiful caregiver packages from the student voluntary services at Ball State University. And we are looking for volunteers that would like to help us get these delivered into the homes of our caregivers. We have dementia friends, but dementia friends, I think Angie can go into that a lot more than I do, but we have our stakeholder opportunities. We again
Yes.
have education opportunities in that program. Maybe join us on a community committee
Yes.
to help learn more and to share with our community.
Right. Yeah. And that one there, I will touch a little bit on, though, is, especially for Delaware County, we have opened it up to where we are looking for stakeholders
Mhm.
for the county. And it is, it doesn't matter what type of involvement the individual wants to be in, whether they want to just help pass out education about Dementia Friend, or they want to be a leader and help provide the informational sessions for that. And is all you have to do is contact us, and we can give you information about that and move forward for it. So
Mhm.
it's a great project. It's already, been kicked off in the PSA 9 area, but we're trying to bring it over to the PSA 6 area.
Mhm.
And, and it's all about just being an advocate and spreading that awareness and education.
Very well said. Thank
So
you.
what other options and opportunities do we have?
For our students, our college students, we have internship opportunities. Marketing, that is one of the very popular ones that we have. And we also have our care management or our social work internship opportunities and many, many more. So interns from all over. And, we just encourage you to reach out to us to see if we can provide you with the internship opportunity you're looking for. And Senior Medicare Patrol. Um, we're learning with this program as well as we continue to go forward, but fraud is on the rise. We hear it every single day, and we are recruiting volunteers to help educate about what to watch for, what's a scam and what is real. So we have some volunteers out there working in this program, which is wonderful. And we would love to have some more in Senior Medicare Patrol. And then when our offices reopen, of course, we're going to have the administrative volunteers. We'd love to have individuals that want to join us in the office, help us with mailings, those different types of things. Those are always available. And currently we're delivering and we're making your home your volunteer office. So if it's something that you would like to do, help us package mailings. Maybe it's just sorting some files and stuff. We can make that happen currently. So that's a good overview of a lot of what we have going on. Not all encompassing, but a whole lot of what we've got.
Exactly. Yes. And then of course we do also have the Angel Wish program, which, depends on volunteers for donations and also distributing those packages, at the end of the year and everything. Would you like to touch a little bit on that?
Absolutely. Angel Wish is one of those programs that I can talk about forever.
Sure.
Angel Wish is solely to provide individuals who aren't surrounded by their loved ones during the holiday season with a gift package just to brighten their holidays. In years past, it's always been a wonderful goodie bag full of basic necessity items, handmade items, and food items that we share with these individuals. We have crocheters, we have knitters, quilts are made. There's just so much the love that goes into these gift bags. This past year with the pandemic, we did have to rethink that because we couldn't have the gatherings for the bagging. And we were able to give everybody a beautiful gift basket full of sweet and salty snacks. So Angel Wish, powered through, but we're really looking forward to getting back and having 50, 60 volunteers help us bag all of the wonderful items that are donated and collected, and then also have those volunteers out there in the field delivering smiles every single day. Angel Wish really gets underway early November. And we go right up till December 23rd on delivering all of these packages. So it's a great opportunity for groups, for businesses to become involved. We always try to have our bagging day on weekends so everybody that wants to join us can be with us because it is just so impactful. And it's just wonderful to hear of what these gift bags mean to all of these different individuals that otherwise wouldn't have received anything special during the holidays. Just a good program.
Exactly. Yeah. And although it does kick off in November, the planning for it though begins immediately after you're done with the previous year.
Absolutely.
So, so if individuals are interested in, whether making something for, the clients that we serve or what have you, that planning begins immediately. So we can take volunteers right now and start planning that out.
We sure can. My file drawers at work, my storage is filling up with all of the beautiful handmade gifts. So volunteers are already hard at work at that. And if you love crafting, reach out to me and we can talk about what we can put in these gift bags, what your expertise is, and we can make it all come together.
Excellent. Yeah, great. So as far as an individual though, is there any age requirement for our volunteers, or is this open to any age?
Volunteering with LifeStream is really open to any age. As I talk about Angel Wish, we can have volunteers of all ages in that program. We've had children as young as 2-3 years old come and help us put holiday gift cards in the bags. We have children at daycares making handmade cards that's going in these gift bags. If somebody is under the age of 18, we do ask that a guardian be present with them during their volunteerism. And then we have volunteers of all ages out there in the field every single day, 18 and older, whether that be at curbsides, senior safety nets, home delivered meals. Maybe it's a college student that is working through the SVS program, volunteering to make videos for us. So all age groups, there's something at LifeStream for everyone.
Great. That is great. Yeah, wonderful opportunities. So Since it is April and the National Month of Volunteerism, something that you are working on this month is also the Hoosier Award. Share some information about that.
Well, the LifeStream Golden Hoosier Award came about 2 years ago when we wanted to find out who is out there in the community volunteering, what they're doing, and what impact that they are making on the community. So we have open nominations for individuals to nominate seniors 65 and older to receive the LifeStream Golden Hoosier Award. The requirements for the award is to be volunteering for 3 years since the age of turning 60. And volunteering for anything you wish, whether that be for animals and working at maybe the Animal Protection League or in a shelter setting. Maybe that's serving meals at one of the many LifeStream senior cafes. Maybe that's educating students. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be for LifeStream. It can be for any organization. So the nominations are now closed. And the nominations are going to be in the hands of our committee yet this week, and the committee will be selecting the winners of the LifeStream Golden Hoosier Award. Once those winners are selected, we will nominate them on for the highest honor in the state of Indiana for a senior, and that is the Golden Hoosier Award. And that is provided again by the state of Indiana. And it's the highest honor in the state for volunteerism. So that is pretty much the entire process of the Golden Hoosier Award. And we're just really eager to get out there, and we say Ed McMahon style, because we're going to be buying flowers and balloons, and we're going to be surprising the winners of the LifeStream Golden Hoosier Award and letting them know that somebody really thought something spectacular of all the time that they have given, and now they're going on to the state level. So.
That is awesome. That's great. Yeah, perfect. Now, last year, you had an individual that was selected for the Golden Hoosier Award. Is that correct?
We did. Our volunteer, she wasn't our volunteer at the time. She's an individual who really impacts Henry County and volunteers with the Salvation Army. She helps coordinate the food pantry there, and also the Red Kettles and many, many other areas of the Salvation Army. And her name's Pat, and Pat did go on, and she did win the state level Golden Hoosier Award. And she never felt like what she did was that big of a deal, but her community sure did.
Oh, sure.
And now Pat actually is helping us coordinate a food distribution there at the Salvation Army for seniors. So she's just a remarkable lady, and then she gives a lot to her community, and that's down in Henry County.
So. That is awesome. Yeah, no, that's great to hear, though, that, you know, one of the volunteers, though, was recognized through LifeStream Services and, you know, made it to the Golden Hoosier Award. So it's a great program, great rewarding. But let's also talk about, though, how many volunteers you have, because again, you know, we cover 12 counties, so you have to have a great number of volunteers to help make everything work. And so how many individuals do you have working for you?
In the last fiscal year, we had 766 volunteers that donated over 19,000 hours of their time to serve meals, to make calls, or to make an impact in some way in individuals' lives. That's an army. It's tremendous to see our community all coming together for the common cause of making somebody's life a little brighter, a little better.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. That's an outstanding number, you know, over 19,000 hours and over 700 volunteers making an impact in individuals' lives, to help them, live independently and have a great quality of life. So
Absolutely.
kudos to all of our volunteers that are helping out. Whether it's a retired individual, whether it's a college student, a younger student, or a person though that is still working for an organization, volunteering through them and everything, we are more than happy to have you and we appreciate you. So yeah, it's great.
Yes,
Perfect.
very well said. We do appreciate every one of our volunteers.
So as we close on this though, with it being National Volunteer Month, what would you like to say to all of the volunteers out there and all the viewers?
All volunteers, whether they be for LifeStream Services or for another organization, you're an extension of our reach. We could not do everything that we do and provide our services without you. You touch many, many lives, and sometimes we don't even know the impact that that's making on the individual. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of LifeStream Services, our staff, our clients, for every minute, every hour, and every smile that you bring to somebody's life. We can't do it without you, and I wouldn't want to try. So thank you for everything that you do.
That's awesome. No, thank you very much, Laura. I appreciate your time today talking about the volunteer program. Again, viewers, if you are interested in becoming a volunteer, is all you have to do is contact Laura Bray, the volunteer administrator, and she can talk to you about the program, let you know as far as how everything sets up, and you can get you started and everything. So Laura, thank you again. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for allowing me to join you, Angie. It has been fun.
All right, good deal. All right, friends, until next time, stay safe and be well.